go. Heat race number 1. And they're off. Wells going to get the whole shot. He's going to lead him into turn number 1. He's got company on his right shoulder. That is Ryan Barnes. New rider comes around the outside. New leaders. We got one rider down in turn number 1, and he's not moving so fast. A red flag comes out. There's a red light on the back straightaway. One rider going down hard into the first corner. Not what we want to see. Not a way to start tonight's racing action. Everybody else is told to come back to the starting line. Raymond Rizzo, our chaplain, is already there from Motor Racing Outreach, getting right there to the downed rider. They're going to send the ambulance out there right now to get him checked out. Not sure who it is, Barry.
And our flat track director, Dan Johnson's on his Kimco 125. He's heading to the scene as well. We'll have a full crew over there in a moment to check on that rider. Rider safety is so important here at AMA Pro. And Scotty, you know, that has to be a really easy thing to do as a rider. I mean, that first turn, first corner, first lap, first race jitters has got to be something every rider feels it has to deal with somehow. How did you deal with it?
Well, you know, as a winning ticket holder. Front row, Kyle Johnson. Ryan Wells, the 94B. Ryan Varnes, second professional race he made to Maine last weekend at Lima, Ohio. And he's right there starting second from Monton, I believe. Oh, they're going to correct me again. I got that wrong all day yesterday. Monton, Pennsylvania. All right, also out there is the 17F Jared Vanderkoy. He won the Springfield Mile in the Pro Twins class. Mike Poe's got his hands up down there in row number 2. All right, the bikes go into gear now. Dylan Morin, remember, he's only been racing 2 years. He's made every main event on the 26E. 24J Brandon Wilhelm, Aurora, Indiana rider. Light is on its first yellow. Now the second yellow. Here we go. We are green once again. Pro singles. Heat race number 1. It's Wells this time with the whole shot. Vanderkoy's got company around the outside. Vanderkoy taking a little bit longer around the outside. He's going to take the lead. It is Jared Vanderkoy. Vanderkoy's got Wells. Now here comes Dylan Moore. Now a new rider sneaking up there. Moore back to 4th. It is flying. Ryan Wells going to lead him into the first corner. Heat race number 1, pro singles. They're 3 wide back in the field. Here they come off of 4 to the front straight. It's Wells out front, Vanderkoy in second, Morin in third, Kyle Johnson now in 4th, Wilhelm in 5th, and Mike Poe from the second row is up to the 6th spot. Top 7 will go to the main event as they come up at 2, down the back chute. Ryan Wells has company coming. It's the big 17F, Jared Vanderkoy. He turned 16 right after Daytona. You must be 16 years old to be a pro rider. One rider going up there checking out the air fence. Now he just about goes down. Now he saves it. Deep in the field, rider somehow saves it. They're 3 wide for second place as that was going on. 2 laps complete. Leaders pulling away just a little bit. Here comes Kyle Johnson, the hottest rider in the pro single circuit. Takes over the 2 spot. Down the back straightaway, it's Johnson up to 2nd. Vanderkoy back to 3rd. Dylan Morin in 4th. He makes a bobble. He goes up the racetrack. Out front, flying Ryan Wells. Albion, New York will lead him off of 4. 2nd is Johnson. 3rd is Vanderkoy. Morin, Wilhelm, Mike Poe, Molly Terry now coming to the front. Top 7 of the main event. Molly Terry is now in the last transfer spot right now. She is no bigger than a minute, and she's in 7th on the 11P. Out front, Ryan Wells. Kyle Johnson slowly reeling him in. 3rd spot, Vanderkoy on the 17F. 4th is Dylan Morin. 5th is Wilhelm. 6th is Poe. Battle is for the 7th place, ladies and gentlemen. Pennsylvania rider going back to the high side. 68A, Revan, Ryan Varnes. He's trying to go around Poe now. Revan goes up and picks up 2 spots. Ryan Varnes is on the move on the 68A. Mike Poe charges up the inside. Says, I want that spot back, young man. Out front, it's Wells, Johnson, Vanderkoy, Morin, Wilhelm. Now Mike Poe puts himself into a transfer spot. As they go across the start-finish line, the battle on the track is for 6th and 7th, but now we got a battle for the lead. Here comes Kyle Johnson. Johnson is definitely on fire this year. He's won the last 2 Grand Nationals. That's Knoxville and Lima last weekend. He's battling for the lead. 2 laps to go. It's Wells and Johnson 1 and 2. Vanderkoy, Morin, Wilhelm, Poe, Varnes, and Molly Terry. They're trying to settle who's going to go to the main event, who's going to a last chance qualifier as Johnson takes the lead down the back straightaway. Kevin Clark pulls out the white flag. That means 1 more lap to go, and man, this kid is on fire. Kyle Johnson goes back to the point. Wells in second. Vandekoy, Morin, Wilhelm, Poe, and now Barnes is in the last transfer spot. Last lap, they got about a quarter mile to go. Your leader halfway down the back straightaway already. Twin Lake, Michigan rider. Man, this kid's a rocket ship right now. Here comes your winner, Kyle Johnson. 77J is going to pull off the victory. Second, Ryan Wells. Third will be Vandekoy. Fourth is Morin. Fifth is Wilhelm. Sixth is Mike Poe. The Highs Dairy entry, and your final transfer, putting in 2 pro singles main events back-to-back, his first 2 pro rides ever. That is Revan Ryan Barnes. That's the son of Kevin Barnes, used to be national number 89. So let's go through the qualifiers again. Kyle Johnson, Ryan Wells, Jared Vandekoy, Dylan Moore in 4th, Brandon Wilhelm 5th, Mike Poe in 6th, and your last transfer is Ryan Barnes. Those 7 riders will go directly to the main event. Everybody else comes back in 1 last chance qualifier. The winner is trying to make his way through the paddock area to meet my partner on that victory podium. And let's go down trackside here in just a second with Daytona Barry Boone and Kyle Johnson.
Thank you, Hollywood. Yep, here he comes. He's from Twin Lake, Michigan. I know there's some people from Michigan here in the house tonight. He is the hottest guy on the tour right now. He won the Knoxville, Iowa round. He came back from Knoxville, Iowa, and won at Lima, Ohio on the half-mile there. And ladies and gentlemen, he has won our pro singles. He raced number 1. Give it up for number 77J, Kyle Johnson. Kyle, man, a great start. You had to work your way around one of the fastest kids in the country, Ryan Wells, but you did it. Congratulations. Tell us about your race.
Oh, thank you. We got off to a decent start. I had to make our way to the pack a little bit. We were able to come away from the lead, and I feel like we definitely got something for the main event.
Good luck to you in the main.
Thank you. I got to say a big thanks to Parkinson Brothers Racing, Hot Rod Harley Davidson, Metalworks Restoration, All American Cycle, Motorcycle Superstore Bell, Saddleman Seats, Motion Pro, and Spy Optics.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, he's got his Motorcycle Superstore bell here in front of him. Give it up one more time for Pro Singles Heat Race number 1 winner, Kyle Johnson. This is your starting lineup for Pro Heat 2.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, on the pole from Barrington, New Hampshire, number 27U, Jamison Miner. Starting second from Warrington, Pennsylvania, 54A, Dan Bromley. Starting third from Cincinnati, Ohio, 34F, Andrew Butler. Starting fourth from Hawley, Michigan, number 20J, Ben Lau. From Warren, Oregon, number 67M, Dashin Davis Fisher. Last rider on the front row from Delta, Pennsylvania, 37A, Corey Strickler. Let's go back to row number 2, 32A, Austin Greenland, 36B, Colby Carlisle, 44E, Nick Armstrong, 19B, Justin Jones, 63A, Jesse Long, and the 23F, Jeffrey Lowry. Let's go back to row number 3, 11F, Curtis Vandekoy, 13C, Luke Baird, 57A, Ryan Conley, and the 55S, that is Timmy Mitchell. Mic is on, sir. Thank you very much. Here we go. Heat race number 2. Pro singles. Top 7 will go to the main event. Everybody else comes back in 1. Last chance qualifier. Light is green, and they are racing here at Hagerstown. Rider shoots to the lead from the outside. They completely redid the racing surface over here in turns 1 and 2. The leader has snuck away. I believe that's Corey Strickler, ladies and gentlemen, the 37A. He's from Delta, Pennsylvania. He leads them into turn number 3. Here comes Dashin Davis Fisher. The bright orange leathers moves up to the 3rd spot. It is Strickler lead him off of 4. Corey Strickler at the point. Ben Lau right there in the 2 spot. Now Fisher takes over 2nd. Ben Lau, the Michigan rider, goes to 3rd. Now the leader has some problems. Leader has problems right there in the middle of 1 and 2. They're 3 wide for 5th, 6th, and 7th. Down the back chute they go. Watch Fisher. That is Rex Fisher's son out front. He used to be national number 12. And now Fisher goes to the point. Fisher is checking out, ladies and gentlemen, on the 67 early. Strickler right there in the 2 spot. Good battle on the racetrack for 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th as we got room for the top 3. Jamison Miner slides back to the 4th spot. He has company coming. Andrew Butler there. Colby Carlisle on his birthday's in 6th, and Jesse Long is in the 7th spot. This one's far from over. The leader would like to see the checkered flag sooner than later because he's out front by a big margin. That is Fisher, Strickler, Ben Lau, Jamison Miner, Butler. Your top 5 as they go across the start-finish line into turns 1 and 2 again. Fisher leads them down the back chute. Corey Strickler is comfortable right now in the 2 spot. Good battle for 3rd and 4th. Jamison Miner on the 27U. Ben Lau right there from Michigan, right there on the 20J. Leader picks up the halfway flags already for Dashin Davis Fisher. Strickler's in 2nd still. Miner right there looking for the 2 spot. Behind Miner is Ben Lau in the 4th spot. Butler in 5th. Kobe Carlisle 6th. Jesse Long is the man on the bubble right now. The 63A. We have room for the top 7 to the main event. The leader's out front by about a whole corner now as he'll bring him off of turn number 4. There's your leader, Dashin Davis Fisher. Battle's getting tight for 2nd spot. Strickler has it right now, but Jamison Miner's looking for a way around. Trying different lines on the racetrack. Now Miner goes up the inside, takes over 2nd place away from Strickler. Jamison Miner won the Pro Twins class yesterday at the Barbara Fritchie Classic at Frederick and now moves into 2nd in this Pro Singles heat race. There's your leader. 2 laps to go for Dashin Davis Fisher. Jamison Miner, Corey Strickler, Ben Lau. Butler's now moving up a spot. Andrew Butler moves up to the 5th spot. Kobe Carlisle still in 6th. And now the man on the bubbles, the 54A, another Pennsylvania rider. That is Dan Bromley on the KTM. This time by, the white flag's going to fly from the best flagman in the business. Kevin Clark shows him 1 lap to go for Fisher. Here's Miner in 2nd. Strickler in the 3rd spot. Lau in 4th, and he's got company. Butler is there. Andrew Butler, Cincinnati, Ohio rider. Good battle for 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th. It's going to not matter for anything but a transfer spot, but here comes your winner way out front, Dashin Davis Fisher. Good battle for 5th, 6th, and 7th. Here comes your winner. Fisher on the back wheel takes the checkered flag. Here comes 2nd place. Miner 2nd by himself. Strickler 3rd. Butler, Lau, and we'll get the official rundown on the timing and scoring brought to you by Cortec in just a second. After all the riders take the checkered flag, look at the wheelie all the way down the back straight. Dashin Davis Fisher picks up the win on the Honda. Actually got Hondas in the top 5 spots. Jamison Miner 2nd. 3rd spot, Corey Strickler. 4th is Andrew Butler. 5th is Ben Lau. 6th is Dan Bromley. And the birthday boy, Colby Carlisle, takes the 7th and final transfer to the main event. So 2 KTMs right there, 6th and 7th. 5 Hondas. Round out your top 5. Fisher says, hey, how do I get to the victory podium? No, he said he's never been here before. He has no idea. He was just on here in the front straightaway, Barry. He says to be a minute. He's right here at the checkered flag, so it'll be just a minute before he gets there.
That's okay. You know what, Scotty, the way he's riding tonight, he'll know the next time, and there's probably going to be one. This young man has finished 2nd in 2 main events this year thus far. And I tell you what, Dashin Davis Fisher, we've watched him come up as an amateur, and he is the real deal. He's from Warren, Oregon. Number 67M, you'll want to keep an eye on this young man doing it for TJ Burnett Farms. And he has arrived atop the box. We'll give him a moment to get his gloves off and get this beautiful Arai helmet off. And then we'll make some noise Hagerstown style and welcome this young man to the box because he is going to be a guy you're going to have to beat here tonight. He's front row of the main. Heat race number 2 winner right here, Dashin Davis Fisher. Nice wheelie. Tell us about your race. I mean, once you got out front, you actually kind of stunk it up for us, but good job. Congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah, I didn't get a very good start, and then started working my way through. The track's a lot better than it was in qualifying and practice. I would like to thank TJ Burnett, Bob Lanspears, Beaverton Honda, Allied Motors, Dan Wall Racing, Arai Helmets, Race Tech, Jimmy Wood, Evans Cooling, X-Brand Goggles.
All right, good job, ladies and gentlemen. One more time from the young man from Warren, Oregon, number 67M, Davis Fisher. For the first of 3 expert heats, here's your starting lineup for Expert Heat 1.
Here we go, the Grand National Expert Twins on the pole. Your fast qualifier from Clio, Michigan, number 9, the Jammer, Jared Mees. Starting 2nd, our points leader from Morris, Connecticut, number 2, Kenny Coolbeth Jr. Starting 3rd from Salinas, California, number 14, that's Briar Bauman. Starting 4th from Fremont, California, the California Kid, number 49, Chad Coase. Starting 5th from Meade, Washington, national number 16, that's Wyatt McGuire. Last rider on the front row from Auburn, Illinois, 74P, that is Chaz Landers. Let's go back to row number 2, 93X, Danny Kelch, 89, Evan Bear, 58, Adam Carpinello, 54A, Dan Bromley, number 10, Johnny Lewis, and on the factory triumph, number 91, Mikey Martin. Let's go back to row number 3. Our Saddleman Rookie of the Year leader, number 25A, Shayna Texter, 21U, Jay Maloney, 69F, Ben Evans, and the 11C, Shane Fox. Top 2 to the Dash for Cash. Top 4 will go to the Grand National Main Event. Here we go. If you don't finish in the top 4, you do go to a semifinal. Experts are off. It is Wyatt McGuire, ladies and gentlemen, getting the whole shot on the 16. Now Coolbeth says, not so fast, young man. Coolbeth leads him. Now they're 3 wide for the lead. It's Coolbeth, and now McGuire goes back up the inside. Coolbeth around the outside. Look at the rider coming up through the pack. That's the jammer, Jared Meese. He picks off the 2 spot. It is Coolbeth and Meese first and second. Wyatt McGuire's right there on the 16 bike in third. Off of turn number 4, it's Coolbeth, Meese, 1 and 2. Now Bauman and Mikey Martin on the Triumph. Comes from row number 2 to the 4 spot. Martin's found the high line. He takes over the 3rd spot away from Bauman. Down the back straightaway, it's the 9. No, I'm sorry, it's the 2 and then the 9. Another rider charging up deep up the inside. It's got to be Bear, I believe, coming through the pack. Battle for the lead. Coolbeth run a little bit higher line. Here comes Meese on the bottom. It is Coolbeth and Meese. Bauman. Mikey Martin now is up there. Here comes some bright orange leathers. That is JL10 from deep in the field. Johnny Lewis started in the 11th starting spot. He has worked his way up to 5th. He's looking for some more. Johnny Lewis dives in deep. Got a KTM on the inside of a Triumph back there for 4th and 5th spot. Here's your leader bringing him off of 4. It's Coolbeth. Meese is settled into 2nd. Bauman in 3rd. Johnny Lewis up to the 4th spot right now on the KTM. Waters Auto Body, KTM North America entries up to 4th. Mikey Martin loves the high line. So far, so good for Martin. All the way against the guardrail, down the back chute. Leader pulling away just a little bit further each lap. It's Coolbeth on the 2 bike. Meese in 2nd on the 9. Bauman in 3rd on the 14. Now Johnny Lewis sits himself in the 4 spot, and he's got a lot of hungry riders right behind him looking for a main event. Mikey Martin's there on the 91. Wyatt McGuire's there. Chad Coates on the 49, and Chaz Landers on the 74P. Down the back straightaway they go, battling for 4th, 5th, and 6th. Coolbeth's trying to get out of town. Here's the King of Cool leading him off of 4. It's Coolbeth and Meese, 1 and 2 across the start-finish line. Bauman, now Johnny Lewis across the finish line. Martin, McGuire, Landers right there on the 74P. Chaz Landers, 74P, Auburn, Illinois rider, trying to battle for a position. Now he dives up the inside, takes that spot away from McGuire. Battle for the lead's getting a little bit tighter. Here's Coolbeth and Meese now. Bauman. Johnny Lewis sits himself firmly in the 4 spot. He's got a little bit of breathing room, but Chaz Landers on the move on the 74P. He's looking for his first ever Grand National Main Event. He got elbow to elbow with Mikey Martin down there in turns 1 and 2, but they're battling for 5th and 6th place. Here comes Coolbeth bringing him off of 4. Number 2 on the Zanotti Racing entry. Dave Zanotti's birthday today. That is his sponsor. His brake's starting to glow red now on the leader. It's bright red. No harm, no foul. That's the way he rides this place. Right, he's going to put on his own fireworks display right here for us. He's got the brake rotor glowing red early on in this heat race. Coolbeth uses that to his advantage. Fox across the finish line, about to go a lap down. Now here comes Coolbeth in the lead. Meese in the 2 spot. Bauman right here in 3rd. Now the battle's getting tight for 4th place. Johnny Lewis is getting ready to have some company. Not sure if it's going to be the 91 of Martin. Martin goes around the high side. Landers looks around the inside. They're trying to battle for the 4th spot, ladies and gentlemen. Watch the battle for 4th. That will be our last transfer. Coolbeth gets through the lap traffic. White flag is out for Kenny Coolbeth. Fox goes down 1 lap. There's Meese in 2nd. Look at the battle for 4th. They touch handlebars coming off of 4. Johnny Lewis knows how important it is to make the main. So does Landers. They're rubbing elbows. Now Landers ducks to the bottom. Johnny Lewis goes up to the high side. That opens the door for Mikey Martin on the 91. What a race for 4th place. Landers looking for his first ever main event. Here comes your winner. It's Coolbeth. Here's 2nd, Meese. 3rd is Bauman. Here comes the most exciting race of the day so far. Coming to the line, Chaz Landers goes to the main event. He makes his first ever Grand National main event on that 74P. How exciting was that race back there for 4th spot? Man, what a race we had. So your transfers to the Dash for Cash, Kenny Coolbeth and Jared Meese. Transferred to the main event are Coolbeth Meese, Briar Bauman on the 14, and Chaz Landers making his first ever Grand National main event. Next year, he will not have a letter behind his numbers. He has earned a Grand National number. Mikey Martin, Chad Coast, Johnny Lewis, and the gang will be headed to a semifinal. Barry, how did you like that heat race?
All right, I loved it. I loved your call. I can't see a lap, but I hear every inch around this racetrack. Let's ask these fans, how'd you like that Hagerstown half-mile? That's what I'm talking about. Well, here it comes. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your point leader. He won at Daytona on race number 2. He won at Knoxville. He won this race in 07, 08, and 2011, and he is front row of the main and in the dash for cash. Give it up for national number 2, the king of cool, Kenny Coolbeth. Trying to give the boss a birthday present, aren't you? Great race. Tell us about your race.
Yeah, I got a fairly good start and kind of got T-boned in the first corner there. I don't even know who or why, but you know, all in all, it was good. Bike's working awesome, and I just need to do my job.
We watched you in practice and qualifying a little bit, and Scotty and I talked about it. We knew before this race arrived you'd be ready.
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready, you know. I keep preaching in, but having fun. So.
You got a little rubber tire mark on your motorcycle. I can see you got hit. I know there's some people you want to say thanks to.
Yeah, definitely Zanotti, Dave Zanotti, DC, the Atherton family, Kevin Atherton, you know, setting up the bikes and stuff. It's a whole crew, you know, Specialty Fabrications, Whitesco, Arai Helmets. List goes on, and hopefully I can mention more. Top One Oil, Motion Pro, Chromatic Gasket, and it goes on, like I said.
You're in the dash for cash. You're front row of the main. Good luck here in your main event.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, one more time for the king of cool, Kenny Coolbeth Jr. Here is how we will start them in expert heat race number 2.
On the pole, ladies and gentlemen, comes to us from Coatesville, Pennsylvania, number 5, Jersey, Jake Johnson. Starting second from Graham, Washington, number 7, Slammin' Sammy Halbert. From Willow Street, Pennsylvania, national number 65, Corey Texter. Last year's winner and last year's Grand National champion from Eatonville, Washington, number 1, the Bullet, Brad Baker. From Mississauga, Ontario, Canada, number 73, Doug Lawrence. From Morton, Illinois, number 27, Robbie Pearson. Let's go back to row number 2. 32, Sean Bear. 17, Henry Wiles. 23, Jeffrey Carver. 71, Don Mullen. 20T, Michael LaBelle. 30Z, Bronson Bauman. Let's go back to row number 3. 26B, Lowell Carson. 83S, Mike Poe. And the 13X, Ken Maynard. Expert heat race number 2 on the line. Top 2 to the dash for cash. Top 4 will go directly to tonight's main event. Here we go. Off the line. Full house here at Hagerstown. Light turns green and they are off. LaBelle from the back row gets one heck of a shot. So does Jake Johnson. One rider going way to the high side of the racetrack. That is Brad Baker. Johnson leads him off of turn number 2. He's got Halbert in tow. Now Bugs Pearson puts his head down. He's back there in the 3rd spot. They're side by side for 4th and 5th. They're 3 wide. Here comes Baker around the outside on the factory Harley. He's looking for a way around. It's Johnson going to lead him off of 4. Halbert in the 2 spot. It's anybody's race as they touch handlebars for 3rd and 4th. It's Dougie Fresh and Robbie Pearson. Dougie Lawrence on the 73. Bugs Pearson on the 27. Now Pearson drops back 2 spots. Doug Lawrence moves up a spot. Off of turn number 2 down the backside. It's Johnson, Halbert, Doug Lawrence now in the 3rd spot. 4th is the Bullet, Brad Baker. He drifts really high down here in the middle of 4. Bringing it back, he squares it off and brings it back this way. Here's Johnson, Halbert, Dougie Fresh right there in the 3rd spot. Baker in 4th. Pearson. Now Wiles coming to the front. Wiles bringing Corey Texter with him on the 65 bike. Remember, the top 4 spots are very important. You can get directly to the main event. You'll have a better starting spot in that main. Out front, it is the big number 5. We met him during opening ceremonies. It's Jersey Jake Johnson. Halbert right there in 2nd. 3rd, it is Doug Lawrence. 4th is the Bullet. Factory Harley-Davidson rider in the 4th and final transfer spot. So far, so good. Bugs Pearson in 5th. Behind Pearson, it is Wiles and Corey Texter. Corey Texter, my co-host on the Flat Track Weekly Radio Show. Next Moto Champion is where you can find us. Here they come. Battle is for 4th, 5th, and 6th. Wiles just about comes off the motorcycle. He loses a little bit of ground over here coming off of 4. Out front, Jersey Jake Johnson on the 5. Sammy Halbert on that 7 bike. Those two trying to pull away just a little bit. Doug Lawrence says, I'm in the third spot. I want to hang on to it. Fourth is the Bullet. Brad Baker on the Factory Harley, trying to make it directly to the main event. Behind them, it's Bugs Pearson, Henry Wiles, Corey Texter, Bronson Bauman, Mikey LaBelle, Mike Poe rounds out your top 10. Another lap goes in the books here at Hagerstown. 5 laps down, halfway through heat race number 2 of our Grand National Experts. It's important to make that dash for cash. There's a lot of money on the line, plus championship points, 5 to win, 4 for second, 3 for third. As we take a look back out front, it is the Ramspur Winery entry tonight. He's riding the Harley. Jersey Jake Johnson pulls a tear off as he comes off of turn number 4. Halbert in second. Third is Doug Lawrence. Fourth is Brad Baker. He's getting ready to have some company. I'm talking about a lot of companies right there. Now Baker's brake rotor's glowing. Corey Texter comes up the inside of Wiles. Now Bugs Pearson gets the drive. Pearson has to check up a little bit. Now he thinks about going up the inside as Baker goes up the racetrack. I'm talking about the battle for fourth, but the battle for the lead's getting tight also. Johnson and Halbert still trying to settle it. Here comes the battle for fourth. Bugs Pearson. Wiles is there. Wiles ties the inside. Wiles on the 17 bike trying the inside tank, trying to take over that fourth and final transfer spot as Sammy Halbert is now applying pressure on the leader. Wiles now applying the pressure on the Bullet. Brad Baker on the number 1 bike. Battle's getting tight for the lead. Here they come to 2 laps to go from Kevin Clark. Look at the battle for fourth and fifth. Battle for the lead also. Halbert looking for a way around. He's touching his rear tire with his front tire. Here they come off of 2 down the back straightaway. A lap and a half to go for Johnson and Halbert. White flag's going to fly this time. Here's the battle for the lead. Sammy shows the wheel up the inside. Here comes Halbert on the 7. White flag is in the air. Battle for the lead. We got a battle for fourth, fifth, and sixth also. Halbert goes to the point, ladies and gentlemen. Slide Johnson back to second. Now Johnson drops to the bottom of the racetrack. There, handlebar to handlebar down the backside. It is Halbert at the point. He's got about 1 bike length back to Jake Johnson in the 2 spot. Here they come out the final corner. Whoa! Johnson says, I'm not so sure. Johnson applies the pressure coming off of 4. Used a little bit of elbow grease to come on through. Johnson wanted that one in a bad way. Wow, Sammy Halbert takes a look over his shoulder, wants to see who else was behind him. Let's go through the rundown. It's Johnson with the win. What a last lap we had. Jake Johnson, your winner. Sammy Halbert, second. Third spot, Doug Lawrence on the 73. Fourth, and your final transfer is the 1. That's Brad Baker. 4 Harleys, your top 4, then a whole bunch of KTMs. Wiles 5th, Corey Texter, Robbie Pearson, Bronson Bauman, Mikey LaBelle, and Sean Bear round out your top 10. Barry Boone, that was probably the most exciting last lap I've seen in a while.
Well, I love it. You know, Johnson just said, no way, Jose, you're not taking away from me on the white flag lap. I am going to win this race, and he did. That's a pretty impressive move out of turn number 4. He's hoping he doesn't have to use that one here in the final lap of the Expert Main tonight, but the Ramspur Winery Harley-Davidson is large and in charge in this one. What a very cool race we saw right there, and he's going to pull that awry off. Ladies and gentlemen of Hagerstown, it's your turn. Make some noise for national number 5. We call him Jersey Jake Johnson. Wow, so you had him covered. It looked like the 7 caught you, was able to work his way around you, but coming out of 4, you just said,
Yeah, I was kind of lost out there. You know, I was riding around and I was leading, so what I was doing I thought worked, and I seen Sammy creeping up on me, and he was able to get me going into 1, and we went into 3, and the only thing I could do is just run in there a little higher and square it up and then try to get a run, and got him back, but it's going to be a heck of a main event. Sammy's going good, Jared, Kenny, there's still more, so it's going to be a dogfight for sure.
And I know that you're thrilled with the Lloyd Brothers team, and the Ramspur Winery guys gave you a good piece.
Yeah, Ramspur Winery, Lloyd Brothers Motorsports, Parkinson Brothers, my mechanic Brent, my wife Jody, my whole family, everybody that's here supporting me, and yeah, we're going to do our best. We got it in the dash, see what we can do there, and give her hell.
You won this thing in 05. Can you do it again in 2014?
I hope so. It was a bit different when I won it last time. It was a bit of a rain-mud race, but I think we can do it.
Ladies and gentlemen, he currently second in series points, and he did win this thing. His best finish is a second at Knoxville. He's looking for his first win. Give it up one more time. Send him off to the dash. Jersey Jake Johnson. Let's roll your starting lineup for Expert Heat Race number 3.
Final qualifying heat race coming to the line on the pole. Another Sonati Racing entry. This time it's the Salinas, California rider, number 80, Stevie Bonzi. Starting second, he finished second here last year from Glenmore, Pennsylvania, 55, Jake Shoemaker. Starting third from Flint, Michigan, number 42, Brian Smith. From Oxford, Pennsylvania, 44, Brandon Robinson. From Grand Blanc, Michigan, his first Grand National of the year, 51, Steve Murray. From Selkirk, New York, number 13, that is Jake Constantine. Let's go back to row number 2, 14B, Brian Hazel. 30S, Jason Eisenach. 82, Jeremy Higgins. 96B, Cody Johncox. 15, Nicole Meese. 41 is Brad Hazel. All the way back in row number 3, the 28P, Michael Bickerton. 21, Duke Erickson, and the 64C, that is Jerry Steele. Last qualifying heat race. After this one, we'll take our first scheduled intermission, but we got 10 laps to go before that happens. Track is clear. 10-second board is down. Bikes are in gear. First yellow light is on. Pick your favorite rider and cheer them on. Second yellow light is on. We are green in Hagerstown. Smith has the lead on the inside. Constantine right there on the outside on the 13 bike. 42 and 13 down the back straightaway. Here comes Bonzi. Now a new rider comes up there and takes to the third spot. That'll be Robinson taking over third. Now Shoemaker dives in deep and takes over the fourth spot. Shoemaker runs up the racetrack a little bit higher. Here they come off of 4. This time by. It is a Piper out front. Robinson in second. Constantine in third. Now Shoemaker goes around, takes over the third spot away from Constantine. Constantine drops back another spot as Bonzi comes through on the 80 bike. Off of 2 down the back straight, a couple of Kawasaki's out front. Smith and Robinson. 3 Kawasaki's now at the top 3 spots. Smith, Robinson, and Shoemaker. Brian Smith, the 42 bike, finished up last weekend with a blown-up shock. Somehow still finished on the podium at a very rough Lima half-mile. It is Smith out front, Robinson in second, Shoemaker, Bonzi. Bonzi shadowing Shoemaker as they go through 1 and 2. Down the back straightaway they go. A little deeper in the field, we got Constantine in the 5th spot. They just told me the Dash for Cash tickets are over $1,100 to the winning ticket holder. You better get one during this first intermission coming up. Smith out front, Robinson in second, Shoemaker third, Bonzi 4th. Good battle for 5th, 6th, and 7th. The Hazels are back there battling it out. Brian and Brad Hazel battling back a little bit deeper in the field. Murray's put himself now up to the 5th spot. He is 1 spot away from a main event transfer. And the battle for 3rd and 4th gets a little bit crazy over here. Battle for the lead. Robinson's tired of following. He's looking for a way around. Smith, little bitty guy. Brandon Robinson, a super tall guy. The 44 looking for a way through. Right now it's Brian Smith, Brandon Robinson. 3rd is Jake Shoemaker, last year's Rookie of the Year member. He finished 2nd here as best career finish in his rookie season. 80 of Bonzi's in 4th. The Grand Blanc Michigan rider, Steve Murray right there in the 5th spot. 5 down, 5 to go. Heat race number 3. Grand National Expert Twins. Robinson's looking for any way around Brian Smith on the 42. Hazel brothers are beside each other. Back here a little bit deeper in the field for 5th and 6th. Actually, that's 6th and 7th, my bad. Here's your leader, Smith, Robinson, Shoemaker, Bonzi. Anybody's ball game from there on back. Murray sits himself all by himself in 5th, actually, then waves back to the rest of the field. Robinson's trying to put on a charge. Shoemaker's going to try to come on through with them. They've caught up to the leader. Brian Smith will bring him off of 4. Here comes Robinson in 2nd. Robinson looking for a way through. He tries to look up the inside this time. Now he ducks in. Now he goes back to the high side. Shoemaker, he said, I'm tired of following. I want to go to the Dash for Cash also. Shoemaker loses ground off of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway they go. Look at Shoemaker dive in deep into turn number 3. Shoemaker definitely has turn number 3 figured out. Now he slips a little wide in 4. What he gained going in, he lost coming off. It is Smith, Robinson, Shoemaker, Bonzi in the 4th and final transfer spot right now. Remember, the top 2 spots are really important too. That's who goes to the dash. It looked like Shoemaker's steel shoe actually just kicked back and kicked his number plate as he hit one of the bumps down there in 1 and 2. Shoemaker dives in deep once again. He goes around the outside of Robinson for just a second. White flag's going to fly this time by. Top 2 spots really important. Who goes to the dash and who just makes the main? Now Shoemaker dives up the inside in turn 1. He almost goes up and touches Brian Smith. Slips a little bit wide. Smith probably doesn't know who that is. Now here comes B-Rob. Brandon Robinson looking for the lead. He pulls up short going into turn number 3. He knows he's in a transfer spot. If he can hang on to keep Shoemaker behind him. Off of turn number 4, here they come back at us, ladies and gentlemen. Brian Smith pulls off the win on the back wheel. Robinson, Shoemaker, and Bonzi, your transfers. Murray in the 5th spot. Constantine, Hazel, Eisenach, Hazel, and we'll give you a rundown in just a second as the rest of the riders pick up the checkered flag. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take our first scheduled intermission. We will have a victory podium coming up in just a second, but we are going into our first scheduled intermission. Brian Smith pulls off the win by 0.14 seconds. Brandon Robinson is in the 2nd spot. Those two go to the dash for cash. 3rd is Shoemaker. Your 4th and final transfer is Stevie Bonzi on the 80. Steve Murray 5th. Jake Constantine 6th. Brad Hazel 7th. Jason Eisenach 8th. Brian Hazel 9th. And Jeremy Higgins rounds out your top 10. Barry, how about that one?
Well, it's a great show. You know, this Kawasaki is so bad fast. This engine's built right on Gasoline Alley up at the Brickyard at Indianapolis. And Brian is so good on these half miles. Beautiful machine, great finish. He won the Springfield Mile, ladies and gentlemen, the fastest mile in the world. He was 3rd at Lima in our last round last weekend. And he is on the front row of the main and in the dash for cash. And now it's time for Hagerstown to make some noise for national number 42. We call him the Piper, Brian Smith. Great show, Brian. Man, you're in the dash, you're front row of the main. Talk to us about your race.
It was good. Just got a great start, and that's what you got to do on these slick little clay tracks. Get a good start, and I think Brandon Robinson's right there on my heels the whole time, keeping me honest, and just tried to move around a little bit to test a couple things out, but couldn't really give him any breathing room, so it was everything I had just to stay up front.
Well, the good news is you're going to get another shot in the 6-rider 4-lap dash for cash. Top 2 of every heat race goes to it. That'll give you another little test and tune before tonight's main. What do you feel your shot is tonight to win this main here at Hagerstown?
I think we got as good a shot as anybody. You know, I feel better than I ever have here before, so looking to put on one heck of a show for all the fans that come out and everybody that stuck out on this beautiful Maryland night.
Yeah, it's gorgeous. I know there's some people you want to say thanks to.
Yeah, Crosley Radio for being behind me the last few years and stepping up once again this year, and Joe Esparza for making this all possible, Jeff Gordon for doing one heck of an engine, Dean Glidden for you know, working all the hours he has, and everybody else, Ricky Howerton back home watching, my friends and family. It's been one heck of an effort this year, so thanks a lot, and thanks to all the fans again for coming out.
Good luck tonight in your main, Brian.
Thanks a lot.
National number 42, ladies and gentlemen. We call him the Piper.